Hey guys, just Greg here. As you can read by the title, the channel was suspended, and you might not have known because I wasn't daily uploading because of my health issues, and this is something you guys know. And so I don't blame you if you didn't even know. But we're gonna talk about this, and I'm pretty sure this will be a long video, but I want to talk about literally everything about it. And yeah, so let's do it. So let's go 8 days back, day 0. At that point, I was at the doctor to get checked up because of my health issues, that I'm severely underweight and all that stuff, my anxiety and everything. So I actually got told that I needed to use 3 types of medicine, which is great because at that point for 2 weeks straight, I didn't even sleep. I was itching myself. Well, I had itch, I was scratching myself. I'm sorry. Because of this. Psoriasis or whatever it's called. I have it all over my body because my body is deteriorating kind of because of my health issues, and that's why I'm trying to fight back, get myself healthy and stuff. And yeah, so I was like, okay, I had to wait until the next day to get my medicine, but I was like, oh well, at least we know what we can fight against, I guess, because at least I won't have itchy arms and stuff anymore. So that was great. That day I couldn't really sleep, so I slept like 3 hours again. So then it was day 1. I received my medicine, my medication or whatever you want to call it. And I was like, okay, trying to figure out okay, what do I use when and how do I use what? So I was like, at least, that's something positive, I guess. So I was hopeful. And in the midday, all of a sudden, I heard my phone go, like a ding. And I was like, oh, okay, I get an email I saw, an email by YouTube. I was like, oh, okay. So the first thing that popped in my mind was like, oh, maybe it's a copyright claim on one of the Walking Dead videos, because the last Walking Dead video had a claim because of the music used in the game. And I was like, oh, if that's the case, that's not a problem. I was really curious which video it was. So I opened the email and I saw this. We'd like to inform you that due to repeated or severe violations of our community guidelines, your YouTube account JustGreg has been suspended. After review, we determined that activity in your account violated our community guidelines, which prohibit spam, scams, or commercially deceptive content. At this point, I chuckled a little bit, not like a ha-ha, but like a oh, I'm in danger now. So I was, at that point, I was completely done. The exhaustion from the 2 weeks, the stress I already had, I just broke down. I started crying. And y'all know that I'm a sensitive person, but I couldn't keep it in anymore. All the stress, everything. And then this, in my mind, I was like 8 years of content, more than 1,000 videos, 30,000 subscribers, 8 million views. Gone. I got Thanos. For what? No reason. So I took the appeal. I appealed it as soon as possible. And then I took to Twitter. I was looking on Twitter to see if there was anyone else who had similar issues. And I did. That's where I saw Jawoodle. I never heard of him, didn't even know who he was, but I saw that he had literally the same issues. His account was terminated for spam, scams, and commercially deceptive content. So I was like, okay, maybe I can chime in to the Twitter thread that he made, and then I can help him, and that way it helps me as well. So I was like, if we make noise together, the chances of getting a response from YouTube would be higher than being separate. So it was like, that's a good idea. So I was genuinely happy. I was like, okay, we can help each other. I told him like, hey, I have the same issues. My channel's this big and this. And he was really happy to hear, because he was like, oh, I'm not alone. And the reason he was happy, and this is logical, is if it's just you, then it's scary. But if there's other people who have the same issue, it's very likely that it's an algorithmic mistake or a mistake by the YouTube bot. So we started talking, and his friend chimed in as well. His friend was called Two Left Thumbs. And, we three started to talk. And, it was really good. I didn't even know who they were, but they didn't know who I was. But we started talking and tried to help each other. So it was like, okay, it's time to go to sleep. Day one was ending, and I really couldn't sleep because I was stressing out. Before I went to sleep, I heard from Jawoodle that he had his account back. So I was very happy, and I was like, okay, you know what? Tomorrow my account will be back. That's what I honestly thought, and that's what they thought as well. So at midnight, around 3 a.m., I wanted to check my phone one last time to see if maybe I had my account back. And I received an email from YouTube again, and I immediately opened it. So when I opened the email, I was unhappy. Because they said they manually reviewed my channel, and they denied my appeal. At that point, I was just done. I was ready to give up. I was done. So day two. And I was still freaking out. And I was like, you know what? I have a little bit more of energy. Let's go for it. Jawoodle and, Two Left Thumbs, they were both like, come on, you can do it. You can get your account back. And guess who comes in?
For a while, kind of minding my own business, reading my fishing magazine.
Hell yeah, it's Captain Sauce. And Captain Sauce, he told me to email them and try to keep contacting YouTube. So I was like, okay. So I went to the support chat, because if you have like 10,000 plus subscribers, you can have human contact. And I was like, holy shit, I can actually have a person at YouTube talking to me and help me. So I went to the chat, and oh boy, was that the most useless chat I've ever had. The person in the chat was amazingly nice. I swear, the people at YouTube, at the chat, they are good people. Like I saw the way the person was talking to me. They wanted to help me. They really wanted to help me. They thought it was kind of weird, but they couldn't do anything, because they said, even if we wanted to help you, even if you were right, we cannot help you, because once the appeal is denied, it's over. No more chances. I'm sorry. And I told them, like, well, there's some other YouTubers out there that got their appeal denied, and they got their accounts back. And they had the same issues like me. And they were like, well, yeah, but actually no. So I was like, oh God, please. So I actually told them, like, I was straight up honest with them. I said, well, okay, I guess we're going to have to play it this way. Then I guess I have to make some noise on Twitter then, huh? If that's the only way to get your attention, then I'll make noise on Twitter. And they were like, you should do that. And I was like, oh, okay. So at that point, what I did was I also emailed YouTube. I was like, come on, stating my case. And I also bought a Twitter ad, like, because YouTube was ignoring me the entire time. The tweet was something like, hey, Team YouTube, do I have your attention now? Like, super passive aggressive stuff. I was so pissed. And, Jawoodle, like I said, and Two Left Thumbs, and even Captain Sauce were very kind, very helpful. But unfortunately, even though the ad tweet got a lot of traction, actually, a lot of people were retweeting it and saying, yeah, come on, help this guy out. Eventually, day 2 ended with nothing. So day 3 arrives, and at this point, I have no answer at all on Twitter. I did receive an email from YouTube saying, the automated nonsense, like, oh, thank you for your account suspension appeal. We looked at it, and I'm sorry, we can't help you, blah, blah, blah. So I wrote an email back stating my case, being very honest, because I was like, you know what, I'm going to keep doing this until I get a human, because I was 100% sure that I did do nothing wrong. So I felt like I was ignored. I wanted to give up. The chat was unhelpful. The automated message was pretty dumb. And I saw some people on Twitter saying, you should contact Grande. And I was like, contact Grande? Well, like, at first I was kind of ignoring them, kind of. Like, I didn't know how to respond. I think that's a better way, because I wasn't ignoring them. I was, like, literally reading it, but it didn't click on in my mind. So I was looking on Grande's Twitter, and I knew he was a meme lord. That's literally all I know him for. And I actually saw that he just helped someone get their channel back. And I was like, holy balls. Grande is a very big YouTuber, and he took his time to help someone he didn't even know. So for me, I was like, you know what? It's our last stand, so why not? So I emailed Grande. I didn't expect any responses. I thought Grande was going to ignore me or something. And then I got an email. Grande responded by saying something like, I don't work at YouTube. I feel bad that it happened, but I can at least try to make some noise to get YouTube to maybe look at it, but there's no guarantees. So I saw a tweet of Grande after I finished reading, and then I saw Grande's tweet. I immediately went there. I said, thank you. And once I did that, my phone exploded. My world exploded. Thousands of likes and retweets and comments, and every second my phone was vibrating, making noise. It went from 60% battery to 20% battery in a half an hour time. I was feeling so relieved and happy. I was like, finally, we can actually get YouTube to listen. And I was absolutely thankful. I'm still thankful to Grande and all of his subscribers, all of his followers that were helping a person that they didn't even know existed. And that's the beautiful thing, was they didn't have to help me. Grande didn't even have to help me, but he did. And they did. And at that point, I realized there's so many people out there that don't know who you are, but they're willing to stand by your side and help you. You really notice that you're not alone. And I'm not gonna lie, it felt like I was kind of famous, because my tweets, like my phone was nonstop buzzing. And it felt good, I'm not gonna lie. But I was hopeful. I was finally hopeful for something. So, the day passes, day 3, starts to end, and still no response. So it's like, you know what? We're going to sleep. Tomorrow is going to be a good day. I actually slept for the first time in 2 weeks. I've slept decently. Day 4 arrives. So day 4 arrives. I turn on my internet on my phone. My phone just explodes again. And that was great. I still had no answer from YouTube. I was worried. I was exhausted. But Jawoodle and Two Left Thumbs kept me motivated. Fetty and Daniel Jensen at this point started to talk with me like, hey, Greg, what's going on? Fetty was very nice, very calm, very, like he wasn't like tweeting, but we were in DMs. And that's the thing with Fetty. He knows how to calm people down really, really well using well-constructed arguments. And Daniel Jensen was like, okay, we can do it. So yeah, day 4, it ends. I was trying to still make some noise, at the end of day 4, the tweets started slowing down a little bit, but still no answer. Day 5. Magic L contacted YouTube in French. She tweeted in French to YouTube. And guess what? She got a response from YouTube. And you want to know what YouTube said in French? You're not gonna believe this. They said to Magic L, "Dear Magic L, tell the YouTuber to take contact with us." So I was so pissed off. So I immediately tweeted like, "Oh, I was trying to contact you for the last few days. I guess you didn't see it. Can you please help?" I was so passive aggressive because I felt so insulted. Like they were helping people who tweeted a minute ago, but for 4 days straight, they were like, no, I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that. So that pissed me off. I was really unhappy. But we got a response. At least she got a response. YouTube started to ignore me again. They would talk to her, but they wouldn't talk to me. So I was scared I was ignored or something. Like I didn't know what to do. So I found on Twitter Trusted Sheriff, who was one of the trusted flaggers. And I was like, okay, let me check. He was French. He was speaking in French and he helped a French YouTuber. So it's like, okay, you know what? I'm going to use some Google Translate and the basic French that I know. And I'm going to ask the kind person, Trusted Sheriff, to help me out, to manually check the video. So my very Google translated French, it was probably I'm pretty sure I insulted him at some point with how bad the translation probably was. And he replied to me in English. I was like, oh, I didn't know he spoke English, but I was happy about that. And he said like, you know what? I'm gonna get it checked out. Might take a few days. You're gonna hear from me. So I was like, okay, this is the end game. I was like, it's either I'm gonna get my channel back, or it's gonna be gone forever. And that scared me. When it's sunk in, it really scared me. Thinking about, I could literally have lost everything. And for what? For an algorithmic mistake? At the end of the day, I got an email from YouTube because like I said, a few days ago, I made my case. And the person said, you know what, I'm going to escalate it. You made your case, you justified your points. We're definitely going to escalate it. We're going to make sure that it's going to get manual review. And I was so happy. I was like, okay, so we have Trusted Sheriff and we have literally YouTube itself working with me. So I was thanking Grande, thanking the supporters again, like for a billionth time. And I was feeling a little bit confident. So day 5 ends and day 6 starts. Team YouTube finally responds to me on Twitter. They said they're looking into it, probably because they were sick and tired that even at day 6, people were retweeting Grande's tweet and my tweet and asking YouTube to help. So I guess they were like, at this point, they were like, we can't ignore this guy anymore. So I talked a lot to Jawoodle and to Two Left Thumbs. I was watching their videos because I was like, they're really nice people. Like Jawoodle is like an Australian person, like probably lives with the kangaroos, and Two Left Thumbs is a Canadian person who says sorry like at least 5 times per second. But they were really nice. Honestly, they are such nice people. And it's so strange that a few days before that, we didn't even know we existed from each other. And we talked so much, and I was so happy, and they were so nice, really good people. So day 6 basically ends, and then day 7. No response. I tweeted at Trusted Sheriff to see if I got an update. Nothing. And I was like, okay, maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after. And then I wanted to go to sleep. My phone started exploding. I thought it's a new, like maybe Grande tweeted again or something. And then I saw a copyright claim was created. But then I quickly realized these were copyright claims I already had, like not strikes claims. And then it hit me. I have my channel back. So I immediately jumped to I was like, turned on my PC, went to my channel, and holy balls! I had my channel back. I was so happy. I was so relieved. Oh my God. I did see that I lost over 200 subscribers. More than 200 subscribers is something I lost because of the fact that if you would have gone to my channel, it would have said, this channel is gone. Click here to unsubscribe. And I guess 200 people did that. And I was so thankful, and I'm still absolutely so thankful. Again, you can check in the description down below. Please check out Grande, Captain Sauce, Jawoodle, Two Left Thumbs, Fetty, and Daniel Jensen. Please do that, because these guys are actual MVPs. I also ask you and urge you nicely, if you like my content, to please follow me on Twitter at JustGreg, because maybe in the future this happens again, and if it does, I will need all the help I can get. Because like I said, most people probably didn't even know I was suspended because I didn't daily upload. I was uploading a few times a month because of the fact that I am very exhausted very quickly because of my health conditions. I cannot do daily uploads. That's what I'm working towards, but I can't because I'm very exhausted very quickly because of my conditions. So I ask you to please follow me on Twitter. And the thing I learned from all of this is there can be one mistake and you can get Thanos by the algorithm for no reason. And I'm just grateful that I got my account back. Like, yeah, I can complain about YouTube deleting my account. I can complain about them ignoring me on Twitter. I can complain about their chat being not, helpful. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to thank YouTube. I'm going to thank the chat. I'm going to thank the email. I'm going to thank every person who helped. You know why? Because in the end, I have my channel back. YouTube manually checked it. Okay, sure, we needed to make some noise, but they did. And the only thing I can say about this is if you have a channel that is suspended for similar reasons, please contact me. I will try my best to help you out. Because I want to pay it forward. Like, I always try to help people. And I definitely want to help people now. So, that was it. That was the story of how I got suspended and how I got my channel back. Yay! So before I end the video, I actually wanted to announce a few things. For the 30,000 subscribers special, which I had planned, which, well, I guess is out of the window now. Tomorrow on Spotify, a thank you song will be up. Yes, it's the same thank you song I made for the 5,000 subscribers. I was like, you know what? I wanted to put it on Spotify, just, for fun. So tomorrow it will be on Spotify, iTunes, and every basic store. So, you can listen to me singing on Spotify. And last but not least, I know I've been talking about my book a lot. Is it finished? No, it's not, because I was stressing out because of things that happened. However, I wanna share something with you. Like I told you guys that the book will have some extras that you can have, like extra collectibles and stuff. Like I want to have different editions for the book because I like special editions, and I know that some of you might as well. So I'm gonna show you something that I was gonna wait until the book was finished, but I'm gonna show you a poster of a character in the book. So you better be ready. Oh boy! Are you ready for this? Oh, I'm not ready for this. Okay, here we go. Here we go. one of the posters that you can get when the book comes out. Now let me put you gently down. That character is called Crystal Lux, and she is a very important character in the book. So yeah, the book is. I think at the end of the month the book will be done. Spotify thingy will come out tomorrow. I am feeling hopeful, and I am very excited to make videos again. And let me know in the comment section down below what you think. Did you know that I was suspended? If you did know, did you care? So yeah. I'm gonna try to approach YouTube a little bit differently. I will try to upload more. Like I said, it's not possible to daily upload because of my conditions. But I will try to record as much as I can. And I want to say one final thank you to every single person. Not just the YouTubers I named, but every single person that didn't know me and tried to help me out on Twitter. Every single one of you. I want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. You guys have made a random stranger so happy. To get my channel back is beyond amazing. So thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. And that's all I can say. So anyways, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button. Feel free to share and subscribe. Links of everybody is in the description, so make sure to check them out. Just Greg, signing out. Real love you guys. And I'll see you next time. Bye. No, I can't even say the bye.